It's all to do with a Bermudan multi-callable swap.
I always think of derivatives and inverse floaters.
Weren't they that Spanish band who sang La Bamba?
So, perhaps asking my colleagues for their definitions of complex, derivative-based and unregulated LOBO loans wasn't the best thing to do after all. And yes, a Bermudan multi-callable swap is a thing. In actual fact, LOBO stands for Lender Option Borrower Option Loans. Such loans are typically very long-term, around 40 to 70 years long in fact. And many councils, including Northamptonshire, took out LOBOs in the early and mid-2000s up to around about 2013. These councils were initially attracted by low teaser interest rates, which undercut the government's own Public Works Loan Board loans. But LOBO loans also allow lenders to increase interest rates on predetermined future dates, for example, every 5 years. Borrowers can either accept the new rate or repay the entire loan, but this can be expensive, especially due to the derivatives involved. On top of that, if councils want to get out of the loan agreement at any other time, for example if they find a cheaper loan deal elsewhere, they have to pay very high break penalties, so high in fact that they can be greater than 90% of the amount borrowed. Oh, and they've got nothing to do with any Spanish bands. Still with me? Here's the really important bit. As banks have continued to put interest rates relating to LOBOs up, councils have been paying more and more in debt repayments. Northamptonshire County Council has 19 of these loans. They're being paid at an average rate of 4.6%, but one, for £5 million, comes with a current rate of 11.3%, and another at 7.2%. Now, the Bank of England rate at the moment is 0.5%. Critics say the extra money being used to repay these bad loans could have otherwise been used to pay for services, such as the currently under threat libraries, bus subsidies and trading standards services. Now, the exact impact these LOBO loans are having on Northamptonshire County Council's finances is up for debate. What's unclear is the amount of repayments being made on these loans, and what they would have been if the County Council had taken out the same amount of money through the Public Work Loans Board. The BBC is currently working with financial experts to crunch those numbers. Now, I've spoken to those within local governments who say the role of LOBOs is overplayed and that some deals only look bad because council bosses couldn't have predicted interest rates nationally would drop and remain so low. It should also be noted that however toxic or not these loans may be, they're only part of the problems at the county council. The authority has traditionally low reserves. Councillors say they don't receive enough money from central government, and that's all on top of the ever-increasing cost of adult social care and children's services. But I've spoken to people like derivatives expert Abhishek Sakdev, and he told me FTSE 100 companies don't touch these loans, and he's seen businesses collapse off the back of just one bad loan. Come on now, enough of that. Stop it! Stop it!